All right, roller derby fans. That was a great first bout. We got a next bout coming up right now. Is going to be your Tilted Thunder Railbirds versus your Arizona Derby Dames Hot Shots. Skating for the Tilted Thunder Railbirds, number 0, Novocaine, double aught, Elaphobia, 11, Baby Anarchy, number 120 is Hammond, number 25 is Amelia Bearheart, number 313, Hawk Blocked, number 428, Carnia Slaughter, number 5, Terra Hoedown, number 616, Craven Cadavers. Number 9 is La Chancla. Your co-captain, number 425, Legs Get 'em. And your captain, 5'1", Slaughterhouse.
And skating this morning for the Arizona Derby Dames Hot Shots, we've got number OMG, Killin' May Smalls. Number 103, Abby Arsenic. Got number 192, Milani Mangler. Number 34, Pretty Hurt Machine. Number 6, Anakin Shit Talker. Number 55, Skid Vicious. We've got number 623, Holly Hood. Number 666, Witchy Woman. We've got 669, Nikki Badass. 724, Dolly Spartan. We've got 772, Alan Nile Hacha. And number 95, Lightning the Queen. This morning we've got our co-captain, number 1235, Bob Villain, and our captain, number 172, Pikachu.
Looks like the teams are ready. Got your regulators finishing their stuff up. We're ready to go. From our point of view, I'm Kills Bill, your announcer today, and with me.
Good morning, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. This is Becker Recker, skater with the Doomsday Valkyries, and happy to be announcing for the first time this morning. So let's get this bread, 2019.
Looks like our regulators are trying to sort out the last few details. And with that, we're off. Coming to the line for Seattle, we've got your co-captain today, Legs Get 'em.
And for the Arizona Derby Dames, we've got number 34, Pretty Hurt Machine, jamming. And quick like lightning, we've got Pretty Hurt Machine out of the pack already in turn 1.
Witchy Woman holding off Legs Get 'em just a second now. A little pile up here on the turn 3 and 4. Railbirds Jammer gets out, and that's it. Pretty Hurt Machine calls it off for the Derby Dames.
Coming up to the jammer line for Arizona, we've got Dolly Spartan.
We got Slaughterhouse for the Railbirds. 4 points on that jam for the Hot Shots. Slaughterhouse able to get right through the pack, and she's out already before the pack is even at turn 1.
And Dolly Spartan is right behind her, chasing her down.
Seattle Jammer coming up on the pack, hoping to score a couple points, but
She's got to call it off because she's got the Arizona Jammer right behind her.
did get able to pick up 1 point on that, 4-1.
Coming up to the Jammer line for Arizona, we've got Sith Anakin Shit-Talker in her first ever Hot Shots game. Go get him, Anakin.
Going up against Heliphobia. Anakin takes the high side, and she's able to get right out.
We've seen a lot of good things from Anakin Shit-Talker this season already. She's coming up looking for a scoring pass for the Arizona Derby Dames.
Annihilation taking Heliphobia down to the infield. Anakin Shit-Talker able to get through the pack with ease, laps that Jammer.
Heliphobia still held up by Annihilation, but looking to get out on the high side, and Al takes her the rail again. Here comes Anakin Shit-Talker for another scoring pass.
Hot Shots blocker is able to recycle.
And Anakin right through, getting some more points for Arizona. Heliphobia still looking for an opening. Still held up by some Arizona blockers in the front. And Anakin sneaking by on the low side for one more scoring pass.
Great debut for Anakin Shit-Talker right there.
Absolutely.
We've got Pikachu coming to the line for the Hot Shots now. Baby Anarchy there for the Railbirds.
All right, we've got our, let's see, Captain Pikachu for Arizona out of the pack as the Jammer ready to make a scoring pass.
Baby Anarchy able to get out, though, about halfway around the track behind Pikachu. Pikachu coming up on the back of the pack and calls off the jam. Got her full 4 points and called it off.
So far, both teams seem to be skating pretty clean. Not a bunch of penalties to call out so far. Got Milani Mangler coming to the Jammer line for Arizona.
And that's legs get 'em for Seattle. Getting to see a lot of different jammers so far.
That's always nice. As a jammer myself, I know that if there's a lot of different people going in on the jammer rotation, that means you get a little break, which is nice. Chance to breathe. Yeah, that's the start of this jam.
Derby Dames picked up a penalty on that last one, so they're down a blocker. Both jammers caught up in the pack trying to get through.
Ooh.
Anarchy gets taken down to the infield, has to reset.
Milani Mangler also taken down to the infield, also resetting. We've got the Seattle Jammers out.
And Anarchy's able to get out. Tilted Thunder Jammer able to get out halfway around the track right now. Start to eye on her scoring pass.
Milani Mangler makes it out, and she's chasing her down.
Kind of a fast pack. Anarchy trying to get around the Hot Shots. And
let's see if TTRB was able to score any points before needing to call that off. Looks like we've got 5 points on the board for Tilted Thunder and currently 23 for Arizona. We've got Skid Vicious on the jammer line for Arizona.
And that's Craven Cadavers there.
It is? Oh.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. So Craven Cadavers is originally an Arizona skater, currently subbing for TTRB during this bout. Doing a great job. And Skid calls off the jam. That is Craven.
I didn't recognize her.
I saw the number. I was like, somebody else has Craven's number. But you're right.
And I saw the dark ponytail.
It is. That's crazy. Holly Hood on the jammer line for Arizona.
Who's that? Yeah, it is. And that's Heliphobia for the Tilted Thunder. First time seeing Holly Hood jam right now.
Holly Hood currently has a star on her head and stars on her pants, and she's out of here like a shooting star around the track. She is super fast, if you didn't already know that. Here she comes around for a scoring pass.
Heliphobia getting past the last blockers and clearing the pack. Hollyhood's at the front of the pack now, trying to get those last couple points.
And Hollyhood calls that jam off in an endeavor to prevent the other jammer from gaining any points.
Tilted Thunder able to pick up 2 points on that. Hot Shots picking up 4.
Got Dolly Spartan back on the jammer line for Arizona. And number 51 for Seattle, jamming with very shiny pants.
Both teams skating at full strength.
Slaughterhouse at the front of the pack trying to get through Arizona while Dolly Spartan makes it right out and heading around for a pass.
Seattle jammer able to get out. Slaughterhouse about halfway around the track behind Dolly.
Here comes Dolly with her scoring pass. Grabs some points and calls it off.
Very artistic dancing around as she spins through the pack. Able to stay on her feet.
Dolly Spartan may be a Spartan warrior, but she's also super graceful.
Exactly. Legs get 'em coming to the line for Tilted Thunder.
That's number 666, Witchy Woman.
First time seeing Witchy Woman on the jammer line now for the Hot Shots.
Witchy Woman is our house team co-captain for the Brutal Beauties, and she is out in turn 1. She's being chased down by the Seattle jammer.
About 15 feet behind her. The pack is stopped in turn 2. Witchy Woman calls off the jam wisely.
Had to call that off. Legs get 'em was right on her tail.
Baby Anarchy coming back to the line for the All-Stars.
And here comes Pikachu, your captain for the Arizona Derby Dames, back on the jammer line.
And Tilted Thunder down a blocker. Looks like La Chancla picked up a penalty there. Pikachu taken down to the infield in turn 1.
Yeah, Pikachu is almost out, but got taken out by number 0, Nova, who's an Arizona skater currently subbing for TTRB, and Pikachu is out of the pack.
Lightning the Queen, able to hold the Seattle jammer.
Red is out, red is not lead.
Nikki Badass helping block there. Pikachu pushes Nova out of play and able to get by, take that last point.
Got cheers from the crowd for Anakin Shit-Talker, number Sith, who's coming back to the line to jam for Arizona. We've got Elaphobia, number 00 for TTRB.
Derby Dames able to pick up 4 points on that last jam.
Elaphobia playing a bit of defense right off the line there. She's got a lot of experience. She used to play for the juniors for TTRB, but she's now an adult for the last couple years. Anakin and Elaphobia both doing a real good job calling that jam off when it became a jammer race. Got a timeout called by TTRB.
Talk about one of our sponsors. Devastation is your go-to shop for everything on wheels, from the raddest of rad roller skates to the bomb.com light-up wheels, spinning on slicker than slick ball bearings. Let us help you find the perfect ride and gear to keep you protected while cruising, offering nearly everything skate-related, from nuts and stops to tools and bags that are on flashy wheels. Come check out the skate ninjas that sling them unicorn boots and be ready for the world of skating to make things right again. You find them in Tempe or at devastation.com.
That was a really great advertisement, and I've already bought things from Devastation before, but that actually made me want to go back right now and buy more things.
Right? I need bearings, actually.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote that, but I want to shake their hand. That was poetry, and you read it great, too.
It wasn't easy.
All right, the refs have finished their discussion. We are back on the track, ready for the next jam. We've got Skid Vicious from Arizona.
We've got Elaphobia coming back to the line for Tilted Thunder. Both jammers trying the low, and Skid Vicious gets out first. Elaphobia gets tied up behind some Arizona blockers. That's Lightning the Queen out there again. That's not an easy pass.
Similar to Elaphobia, Lightning the Queen was also in our juniors team for a long time, and she is incredibly skilled. She's an adult this year. We've got Skid Vicious, who's our captain of our home team, the Bombshells, who is coming around the track for Arizona. Elaphobia's out.
Yep, finally able to get out, yeah. Skid Vicious setting up her second scoring pass, gliding through the pack easily. Gets through those last Seattle blockers and calls off the jam. It's Slaughterhouse coming to the line here for Tilted Thunder. Hotshot's able to score 9 points on that last jam.
Got number 192, Milani Mangler, coming to the line for Arizona. Arizona currently at 48 with TTRB at 10 points.
Both teams losing a blocker on that for arms penalties. Slaughterhouse trying the high side. Gets jammed up though, taken to the rail.
And Milani Mangler has snuck out in the meantime. Slaughterhouse still fighting Holly Hood at the front of the pack there, gets knocked to the infield. And Milani Mangler makes a scoring pass. Got Slaughterhouse trying to get around Holly Hood and Abby Arsenic. Milani Mangler taking a shoulder check to the rail, but comes on up out of it and gets another scoring pass.
It's hard enough to pass Holly Hood, but having to pass her 2 or 3 times, that doesn't work.
Oh my God, I've been there, tried to do that. Milani Mangler making another scoring pass by coming through right on the coping. And that's the end of that jam.
Tilted Thunder picking up 2 penalties there, and the Hotshots 1, so continuing to be down some blockers.
Looks like we might be setting up for a power jam with Arizona here. Got Pikachu on the line for Arizona for a power jam. And Pikachu sneaks right by. Being the only jammer on the track, she's the only person who can score points in this jam, so her team is going to try to play as much offense for her as possible, get her as many points as they can. And there's Peak sneaking by the Seattle blockers who are trying to take her to the rail, but she manages to get on through.
Hotshot's trying to hold the skater back, keep that pack nice and slow. They're able to break out, and Seattle's picking up the speed now, making it hard for Pikachu to score extra points. Pikachu takes a front tumble in turn 3. She's able to get back to her feet, though. Elaphobia and Carniaslata trying to hold her there. She's already picked up their points, so she was just trying to get by them, try another scoring pass. Hotshot's able to pick up 10 points, 73-10 right now. We got Craven Cadavers coming to the line for Tilted Thunder.
And number 6, Anakin Shit Talker, back on the line for Arizona.
Craven tries the low, and she's able to get out first.
And Anakin's right behind her, chasing her down.
2 fast skaters out there, though.
Absolutely.
On a fast pack, here they come, and Craven
Yep.
eyes it up and calls it off.
Absolutely. With Craven's own skaters in the back, she made the smart decision there to call it off before Anakin could inadvertently pass her and pick up some points.
Right.
So Craven making a good call off there. I've got Nikki Badass coming to the line for Arizona.
And jamming for the
cheer goes
first
up from the
time
crowd.
today, you got Carniaslata. Got about a minute or so left in this first quarter. Nikki Badass bouncing her way and getting out of the pack there in turn 2.
Carniaslata's still hung up on Lightning the Queen and Smalls and Dolly in the back there. Carniaslata fighting Dolly in the front of the pack and lightning the queen. And here comes Nikki Badass on another scoring pass. There comes Nikki, beautifully hitting the seams of TTRB, but TTRB is holding their wall strong.
Solid 4-wall back there by Tilted Thunder. Let's see how many points they were able to hold Nikki to. Hot Shot's able to picked up a penalty on Lightning. She's going to sit for keep the down a blocker.
Got Holly Hood coming back to the line to jam for Arizona, way in the back, as is her wont.
That's Tara Ho down there for Tilted Thunder.
And Holly Hood taken right off the infield by TTRB's number 11, Baby Anarchy.
Holly Hood able to get through the pack and get out. Tara Hoedown still working her way through the pack, but she's got somebody to help her out. Novocaine helped her get out.
Yeah, Tara Hoedown getting some assistance from Novocaine. Here comes Holly Hood getting another scoring pass, sneaking around Novocaine.
And calls it off as Tara Hoedown came up on the back of the pack. And that's the quarter break. Both teams picking up penalties on blockers there, so we'll start the next jam down a blocker for both teams. 5-minute breaks.
Should we be reading some of this?
Yes.
I think I'm good.
I'm gonna run.
Okay. Should I read some of this stuff?
You want to read more? Yeah.
All right, sure, I will.
I haven't heard. I did hear minor assaults once.
I'm gonna. Should I read yours?
Nah.
No. Minor. So read this.
So do the massage one.
Okay.
And then pick one. Oh, that's about.
So while we're on this quarter break, I'll let you know about one of our sponsors. We've got This Is Bliss Massages, transforming lives one massage at a time, offering massage treatments at their Tempe office and via their mobile massage unit. They specialize in Swedish, deep tissue, Reiki, and much more. Text or call 480-406-1314 to schedule an appointment. So I know a lot of you are from out of town, but if you're going to be in Arizona, mark your calendars. Season 14 is heating up here in Arizona with our next bout on March 9th. This game will be a doubleheader featuring 4 of our home teams from the Arizona Derby Dames. To start the night off, the Season 13 champions, the Runaway Brides, will be fighting with the Playground Bullies, the Schoolyard Scrappers. The second game of the night will be those morgue-loving Coffin Draggers against the post-apocalyptic Doomsday Valkyries. All right here at the Hall of Dames, March 9th. If you're still in town, please come on down. We'd love to have you here. So since we do have bouts all day long, in between bouts we don't have too terribly much of a break. So the skaters absolutely get priority to the bathrooms. We really would appreciate it if everyone will observe this rule. So the skaters can make sure to get a chance to pop into the restroom before their next bout. So skaters get priority with the restrooms. Thank you.
All right, folks. All right, Derby fans, we're back for the second quarter now. That's Legs Get 'em here coming to the jammer line for Tilted Thunder.
We got Dolly Spartan back on the jammer line for Arizona. Slow start to this jam. Both jammers eyeing the pack, figuring out what's their best mode of escape.
Legs Get 'em able to get by Bob Villain and Lightning, but Lightning and Bob able to recycle out to the front again.
And Dolly Spartan snuck right by on the high side. She's coming around.
Red is out. Red is not lead.
Hammond for Tilted Thunder able to get her jammer out.
Dolly Spartan calling off that jam before Carnia Slaughter could get any, make any attempts at any points here.
Oh, Tilted Thunder captain coming to the line. Here comes Slaughterhouse.
And Anakin Shit Talker for the Arizona Derby Dames.
Anakin in her rookie season here as well. Really racking up the jamming time today. Slaughterhouse able to get Nikki Badass, Witchy Woman out of the way, and she's off to the races. About halfway around the track. Anakin still stuck in the back of the pack, taken to the infield there. As Slaughterhouse able to set up her scoring pass, skate through with ease, and going to come back around for more. Anakin Shit Talker held up by Tara Hoedown, and Baby Anarchy has to let her go by. Slaughterhouse picking some points up as she's working her way slowly through the pack as the calls off that jam. Tilted Thunder able to pick up 7 points on that.
So we've currently got TTRB with 17 points and Arizona with 89. Nikki Badass coming to the jammer line for Arizona.
That's Elaphobia there for Tilted Thunder. Nikki Badass spies a hole along the coping, and she just shoots through it.
That's the most beautiful thing as a jammer. If you see that open lane on the low, you just take that and you just run. Got Elaphobia knocked to the infield. And she's able to get out. So now she's chasing Nikki down, who calls off the jam.
Elaphobia takes a whip, trying to keep ahead of the all-star, the hotshot jammer, and still lost her point. 5 points for the hotshots on that jam.
Got Holly Hood ready to jam for Arizona.
And that's Baby Anarchy there for the Tilted Thunder Railbirds.
Looks like a couple penalties on Arizona. We're bringing some blockers down from the box. Arizona got a arms penalty and blocking out of bounds penalty.
Red is out. Red is lead.
Baby Anarchy's your lead jammer there, getting out in turn 2. Holly Hood is right behind her, though.
Holly Hood is one of the fastest skaters I know, so Baby Anarchy better grab her points and call it off.
Holly Hood skates faster backwards than I do frontwards. Legs Get 'em coming to the line for Tilted Thunder.
And for the first time today, we've got Lightning the Queen on the jammer line for Arizona. Hear a cheer from the crowd for that. Lightning is a terrifying blocker and also an excellent jammer, and she is out on the low side for Arizona. TTRB jammer is still fighting the Arizona blockers. And Lightning's got her first scoring pass under her belt with Carnia Slaughter being held up by, looks like Skid and Nikki, and I believe that's Bob Villain up there. There's some good defense being played by TTRB. Lightning trying to sneak by on the inside and got knocked off by a blocker. Very slow pack now. Everybody's trying to figure out their best strategic move, and Lightning gets by on the inside. All right, Anakin Shit Talker back on the line for Arizona. And that's Craven Cadavers for Tilted Thunder.
Anakin trying the high side and gets held up by Slaughterhouse.
Craven sneaks by on the low. She is out, lead jammer for TTRB. And Anakin is, they're just barely out of that pack, almost held up by Novocaine, but managed to get by. Here comes Craven for a scoring pass.
Craven calls it off, getting knocked off the track. Craven able to pick up 4 points for Seattle. Elaphobia coming to the line now.
Dolly Spartan for Arizona. Arizona currently at 104 with TTRB at 25 points.
Both teams at full strength.
Nope, looks like no penalties. Good job, y'all. Dolly Spartan trying to get out on the inside, gets knocked to the infield.
And Elaphobia knocked to the infield right behind her. Both jammers trying to work their way through the pack. And there comes Dolly Spartan, though.
And Elaphobia with a good little skip over the coping there is right behind her, chasing Dolly Spartan down.
Dolly Spartan sees a lane. She's able to skate through. Elaphobia, though, getting through, getting a couple of blockers there. She might have gotten a point.
We'll see what the refs say, but that looked like it had some potential for some points there, maybe. We'll see.
Looks like both teams able to pick up 2 points on that jam. Never quit, I guess.
Yeah, don't quit till the whistle. It's true. Got some blockers coming down to sit for some penalties. We've got number 120 with an arms penalty for TTRB. We've got Witchy Woman out there jamming for Arizona.
Bob Villan picked up a directional on that one. Witchy Woman able to get out of turn 1.
And looks like number 51, Slaughterhouse, your captain for TTRB, still fighting to get through the pack.
And Novocaine really trying some offense there, trying to get her jammer out.
And Witchy gets by, the last blocker holding her up, and she is coming back around. And Slaughterhouse is out as well. Witchy had to call that jam off real quick before Slaughterhouse came around and stole any points from her.
Nova all over that one, blocking and playing offense and then setting up a good defensive wall at the end there.
Oh yeah, Nova's terrifying. I don't like trying to jam around Nova. She's super strong. All right, we got Pikachu, number 172 for Arizona.
And that's Legs Get 'em, the co-captain there for Tilted Thunder on this bout. Both jammers tied up in the middle of the pack.
And Pikachu sneaks by on the inside.
Legs Get 'em knocked to the infield, and she's going to stay back and play a little defense right now. LaChonkla trying to set up a one wall there, get some assist from Carne Aslaughter, but they had to let the jammer go.
Yeah, when you get 20 feet ahead of the pack, you do become out of play, and at that point, you do have to let the jammer go, so Pikachu was able to get by them. Now she's trying to come around for another scoring pass while TTRB's jammer is playing defense and building a wall in the front.
Building a wall up front, and Nikki Badass steps right up and starts breaking it apart, determined to get her jammer through. And so it looks like the Hot Shots.
Got a jammer penalty called on Arizona. Number 172 got an arms penalty. So
Arizona picking up 9 points there. And Pikachu is going to sit this one out while Craven Cadavers comes to the line for Tilted Thunder.
So this is an excellent opportunity for TTRB to maybe score some points on this power jam for them.
Craven experienced skating against these other Arizona skaters. It's a fast pack, though. They're having trouble getting her out as a jammer. And she's out. Both teams setting up their plans. Craven Cadavers coming up on the pack now.
TTRB waiting for that timing to begin playing offense for their jammer. Now they're trying to hold a goat in the back so they can split the pack and hopefully get their jammer out. Craven knocked to the infield by, I think that's Holly Hood. I've got the rail in my way. Yeah, that was Holly Hood.
About 7 seconds left on this jam. And that's that.
Arizona holding a very strong power defense there.
And Craven able to pick up 5 points for Tilted Thunder there. 32 to 122 right now, about 90 points behind. Elaphobia coming to the line for Tilted Thunder.
And Lightning the Queen for Arizona. You could see them chit-chatting there because they know each other from back in the day.
They've been skating against each other for a long time
Quite a
now.
while, yeah.
And Elaphobia knocked to the infield by Nikki Badass.
And Lightning the Queen, fast as lightning if you will, out of there, with Elaphobia now chasing her down.
Lightning coming up on the back of the pack, calls off the jam. Neither team able to pick up a point on that jam. And we got a timeout called by Tilted Thunder.
I couldn't tell, and I couldn't tell who else she'd passed. I lost track. Yeah.
Got about 4 minutes left in this first half of action here.
Be sure to visit the Arizona Derby Dames snack bar to grab a cold beverage, some chips, or some candy. All proceeds go back to the league, and your support is greatly appreciated.
And the Derby Dames also have the Arizona Derby Dames merch booth over here by the Copper Star Coffee Garden and later the Beer Garden. It's got your favorite league and team merchandise. We have t-shirts, tank tops, hats, koozies, as well as stickers and buttons for your favorite team. Come check out the Arizona Derby Dames merch booth.
Don't quote me on this, but I heard a rumor there might be seat cushions.
Ooh.
I'm not, like I said, don't quote me. I'm not sure about that, but go to the merch booth if you want to find out for sure, because that's science. I just was told by Carla Dang, thank you, Carla Dang, that there are seat cushions in the house. If you're looking for a seat cushion, go to the Arizona Derby Dames merch booth. Get yourself a seat cushion, protect your butt.
You don't need to sit on your hoodie anymore. You can have a proper seat cushion.
It's 2019. We got seat cushions now. We're moving on up in the world.
It looks like we're about to finish up now. Referees finished their deliberations. And back to the Derby action.
Got TTRB with 32 points and AZDD with 122. That's number Sith Anakin Shit Talker on the jammer line for Arizona.
And Craven Cadaver is coming to the line for Tilted Thunder. All the Derby action you can fit into 1 minute. Anakin Shit Talker able to get out early in turn 1.
Watched Anakin take a shoulder check just now and keep on going. We've got Craven Cadavers working to get through that front wall of Arizona.
Alan Ilacha gets knocked down, and she's able to recycle and get back out in front again. Nova Kane trying to clear some way for Craven Cadavers, and she's able to get out.
Anakin Shit Talker stuck behind some of the blockers from TTRB and calls off the jam. Got TTRB picking up a directional block, and Arizona, number 103, picking up an arms penalty. So we've got 2 blockers in the box, 1 from each team. We've got Dolly Spartan coming to the line to jam for Arizona.
And that's Hammond coming to the line for Tilted Thunder.
Dolly sees that low, she goes for it. Yeah, we both saw that.
That's right. And she's building up speed. She's already halfway around the track.
Yep, and Hammond is struggling in the back with Pikachu. We've got Nikki Badass in the front, looking like she's going to try and hold her. Yep, knocks her off into the infield. We've got Dolly Spartan, comes running back around for some more points. Got TTRB blocker playing some excellent offense for her jammer. Gets her jammer out.
And Hammond is out there trying to build up some speed. Dolly Spartan is trying to pick up that last point. Dolly Spartan fast all the way around the track and ends up calling off the jam.
Got Pretty Hurt Machine number 34 coming to the line for Arizona.
Here comes Elaphobia for Tilted Thunder. Hot Shots picking up 9 points on that jam, 135 to 32. Elaphobia and Pretty Hurt Machine bouncing off each other like a couple of pinballs.
And Pretty Hurt Machine finds an opening on the high, runs for it, takes it. She's out your lead jammer.
Elaphobia had one blocker to go and got a little stumble.
Anakin Shit Talker out there doing a good job holding the TTRB's jammer in the front.
Pretty Hurt Machine able to break through that Seattle wall, get a couple points, and call off the jam.
Yeah, Elaphobia is a fast jammer, so Hurt was
Tick-tock,
strategic
tick-tock,
called off
tick-tock,
there.
tick-tock.
Oh yeah, time, yeah, absolutely. As a jammer, you have to be aware of that. Like, you've only got a couple seconds. You better call it off.
That's right. See that jammer coming. Here comes Legs Get 'em for Tilted Thunder now.
And Skid Vicious for Arizona. Got a penalty for Arizona.
Looks like we got an official timeout here.
Skating out of play. I think that's what that must have been. It's not even on.
Where?
They put SP.
Oh.
So after all the festivities, all the bouts today and tomorrow, in the evening we've got our sponsor Third Space. Come join us at the Arizona Derby Dames official after-party location, which is Third Space. They're a cafe, bar, coffee, there's shops, there's music. It's located at 1028 Grand Avenue. I'm pretty sure people will be chilling there tonight and tomorrow night. Third Space is where it's at. Everybody hangs out there. It's always a good time.
You know,
come on
even
down.
though it's going to be ice cold, I
will be a little
probably
cold.
still have an ice cream stuffed donut.
Oh my God, you have to, you have to. They're so good.
All right, looks like the referees got their stuff together. Legs Get 'em coming out there to skate for Tilted Thunder.
And Skid Vicious back to the jammer line. We're ready to go.
And we got Arizona down one blocker, Seattle's full strength of blockers. And both jammers able to get out of the pack.
Got Skid Vicious chasing down Legs Get 'em.
Legs Get 'em takes a spill in turn 2, trying to call off the jam from the track.
Sometimes we get some, we call them snipers here in the Hall of Dames. Every so often it's like somebody, there's a ghost or something just trips you up randomly. So sometimes that happens. All right.
Well, with that, we're going to find room for one more jam.
Got Milani Mangler coming to the line for Arizona. All right, Baby Anarchy for TTRB is out lead jammer.
Al Annihilator was trying to hold on to her for one more second.
And Milani Mangler makes it out. Baby Anarchy takes a tumble and calls that jam off before Milani Mangler can score any points.
Little pile-up spill over here between turn 3 and 4. And it looks like we're going to end the half with a jammer penalty, so we'll start the next one with the power jam.
Ooh.
We're at 15-minute halftime, so we're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys back here in a minute. All right, Derby fans, coming back from halftime now. Just less than a minute left in this halftime break, so find your seats. Score 138 to 37. Hot Shots are leading, but I think that the bout's been a lot more exciting than the score would indicate.
Oh, absolutely. Feel like it's pretty easy in Bank Track Derby to see a difference in the numbers, but when you're watching the gameplay, you're seeing all those aggressive hits, all of that awesome defense being played. It's always really exciting.
And people trying, people wanting to
People busting their asses, honestly. Can I say that? Do I have to say butts? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
People just busting out, if you will. Working hard. Speaking of busting out and working hard, we're getting set up to get started here.
And like we said, Tilted Thunder picking up a jammer penalty on the last jam of the first half.
So that sets up Arizona for a power jam for Dolly Spartan. Let's see if Arizona can take advantage of this power O situation or if TTRB will hold down some power D.
Lots of hits bouncing off, but Dolly Spartan able to get out of the pack. Seattle setting up some defense now, putting together a wall at the front of the pack.
You can see Arizona attempting to keep a TTRB skater in the back. This is an advantageous play. Eventually it will allow their jammer to get out, but doesn't quite play out that way. So Dolly is fighting some blockers in the front, and then she gets through.
Slaughterhouse falling down a little bit there at the end there, and so gets set up as the GOAT. Arizona able to hold her back, slow that pack down.
TTRB blockers being called out of play in the front, and they have to let Dolly Spartan go, and they get off the track and back on in a more advantageous position. This is something that isn't taken advantage of very often, but it is very useful rule in the rule set to take advantage of in situations just such as those. So very good job, TTRB. We've got Milani Mangler coming to the line to jam for Arizona.
That's Elaphobia for Tilted Thunder. Slow pack, slow jammers starting this off.
Ooh, a couple people getting hit down hard.
Elaphobia and Milani still both working their way around. Both try the high side. Milani Mangler able to get out, though. Staying up by the rail. Elaphobia gets caught up in the back of the pack. Hollywood, Abby Arsenic, Pretty Hurt Machine able to hold her. Alan, I'll hate you there.
Here comes Milani Mangler for a scoring pass. She's able to get by a couple blockers. And out on the low side, with Elaphobia still trying to work her way through some of these Arizona blockers.
Carne Slaughter trying to get her jammer out a little bit right there.
And Milani Mangler to the high, to the low, and makes it out. And the jam, that's the end of the jam.
Hotshot's able to continue to recycle. Keep on getting in front of that jammer.
It's the worst feeling as a jammer. You're like, I already passed these blockers, and you got to pass them again. We've got Skid Vicious jamming for Arizona.
And that's good. So that's Baby Anarchy there for Tilted Thunder. Baby Anarchy trying the high side there, taking back down to the low, and never quitting, never giving up.
Yeah, those are some beautiful rail spins by Baby Anarchy, and she is finally out of the pack. Skid Vicious is your lead jammer coming around for a scoring pass. Some offense being played by Lightning the Queen while Skid makes an effort to get through and calls off the jam.
Pack picking up some speed right there as Skid gets to it. She's able to navigate through, though, get her points and call it off. 3 points for her on that jam.
Got Anakin Shit Talker on the line for Arizona.
Those legs get them there for Tilted Thunder, yeah. Both teams are back to full strength. Lots of blockers to have to navigate through. Anakin Shit Talker getting held up high on the rail, but pushes those players out of play and gets to get out.
Just as we've come to expect from Anakin Shit-Talker, she's out faster than you'd believe and gets held up by some TTRB blockers. Seattle Jammer is pushing on Alan Eilich and Holly Hood. I think that's legs get him. Working hard to try to get out for TTRB, but being held by Arizona defense. Hit to the inside. Anakin Shit-Talker has made her way out on the high and calls off the jam.
Tilted Thunder picking up 2 blocker penalties there.
Got Dolly Spartan coming to jam for Arizona. And yeah, that is Craven. It was hard to see because she was kind of in a very low stance.
Right. Craven pushing hard to get out right there. And here comes Nikki Badass taking her off the track to try to.
So we've got Dolly Spartan as lead jammer with Craven chasing her down. Dolly gets her points, calls it off.
Arizona able to pick up 3 points on that jam. Elaphobia coming to the line now for Tilted Thunder.
And that's Pretty Hurt Machine for Arizona. Tilted Thunder currently at 37 with Arizona at 168.
Pretty Hurt Machine trying to tiptoe along by the rail.
Elaphobia trying to follow her through, but that lane gets closed by Holly Hood.
Almost got a 4-wall of hot shots back there, holding the jammer back.
And that's tough to get through. We've got Pretty Hurt Machine out, lead jammer, with Elaphobia now making it through the Arizona blockers and coming around to chase Pretty Hurt Machine down.
Just as I say that, Elaphobia was able to get out.
Yeah. Things move fast in Derby.
Right? Barely have time to get the words out of my mouth.
This is my first time announcing, and I'm realizing you're completely right as soon as you start to say something. And we've got 2 adorable jammers on the jammer line doing a little hug, a little lean situation. One of those is Nikki Badass for Arizona.
That's Hammond for Tilted Thunder.
Good show of sportsmanship between all the leagues here. That's what we're all about. Nikki Badass is out lead jammer for Arizona.
Hammond able to get out there, though, in turn 2. Both of them saw the low and were able to get out. Nikki ordering her troops around. Skates through the high side and calls off the jam. Slaughterhouse coming to the line now for Tilted Thunder.
With Milani Mangler for Arizona.
Fast jams like that, it's hard to get any penalties, so both teams are at full strength.
Yep, and now we've got a jammer race. Ooh, Milani Mangler stealing lead from Slaughterhouse.
And then putting the bump on her.
And Milani Mangler forced to call off that jam because there was a strong defensive wall from TTRB in the back. Didn't want to risk another lead change there, so she just called that off.
Picks off with just 2 points and is able to call it off. And another couple of junior skaters here, Elaphobia and Pikachu.
Yep.
Both of them graduating up to the adult teams and right on to the all-star teams.
Yeah, we've got a lot of skaters at this point who have graduated from juniors groups and moved on up to their league's adult teams. And honestly, they are so scary because they've already been skating for years. And here comes one of them, Elaphobia, jamming for TTRB, coming around for a scoring pass. Gets knocked off to the inside.
Elaphobia able to pass the jammer, lapper. Pikachu still trying to get out of the pack. Novocaine working overtime, trying to keep her held back. And she's got some help.
Pikachu still stuck in the front, but the blockers have to let her go. Ooh, and Elaphobia making an attempt at a coping jump and gets knocked into the infield by Skid Vicious, gets back on the track and calls that off.
Oh, lots of penalties
Oh my
on
God.
Tilted Thunder, including jammer penalties. So this is going to be a power jam.
Yes, got a power jam for Arizona with Anakin Shittalker doing the honors.
Tilted Thunder picking up 7 points on that, but they're going to have to pay for it.
With Tilted Thunder only fielding 2 blockers, this is going to be an advantageous situation for Arizona, so we'll see if they can take advantage of that. And Arizona able to split those 2 blockers apart, preventing them from building any sort of a wall together. So Anakin is able to get by.
Craven Cadavers pushing up against a whole bunch of hot shots here.
Yeah, it sounds like my idea of a good time. Here comes Anakin, sneaking on by for another scoring pass. Craven Cadavers stuck in the back, keeping an eye on where the jammer might be coming up. Great attempt at a block there, and Anakin is just so quick. She sneaks on by. Craven pushing the 4 wall of Arizona up forward to try to get together with her blocker.
Keeping that pack slow and almost stopped gives Anakin all the time in the world to get around the track.
Good job by Craven Cadavers and Slaughterhouse. Only 2 of them out there, and they did a good job never quitting till the whistle, so good job, y'all. Got Lightning the Queen coming to the jammer line for Arizona.
And that's Baby Anarchy for Tilted Thunder.
I think we've got some Lightning the Queen fans in the audience. Baby Anarchy and Lightning the Queen both still stuck in the pack, with Lightning finally sneaking by on the inside to get lead jammer.
Baby Anarchy trying that low side and gets knocked to the infield. Trying to get by Dolly Spartan now as Lightning the Queen comes up on the back of the pack.
Baby Anarchy finally making it past Dolly Spartan. Lightning the Queen calling it off. I think for the first time this morning, we've got number 103, Abby Arsenic, coming to the line to jam for Arizona.
And Elaphobia coming to the line again for Tilted Thunder. Abby Arsenic sees an opening and she's able to get out. She's your lead jammer.
Yeah, she saw that. She took it. She ran for that opening. Elaphobia getting knocked to the infield by Pretty Hurt Machine.
Elaphobia trying to work the front of the pack with Holly Hood and Pretty Hurt Machine. Taken down to the infield.
And Abby makes it through for a scoring pass. Elaphobia sneaks, just barely sneaks around Witchy Woman on the low, and she is chasing Abby Arsenic down. Abby gets her points, does some cool lateral moves, and then calls that jam off.
And Hammond coming to the line for Tilted Thunder now.
And Skid Vicious for Arizona getting some love.
Both teams are down 1 blocker. Hammond trying to put a little bit of defensive jamming on the jammer, but Skid Vicious is able to get by and get out. Hammond's hot on her trail, about 30 feet behind her, though. Skid passes a couple of blockers, picks up the points, and calls off the jam. 2 points, in fact. Tilted Thunder not able to score on that jam. Slaughterhouse coming to the line now for Tilted Thunder.
And number 666, excuse me, Witchy Woman for Arizona. Witchy finds an opening on the coping. So nice when that happens. And she is out. She's coming around.
Slaughterhouse working at the low side of the rail, and she keeps on getting knocked out of bounds. Witchy Woman's already come through.
Yep, so we had Witchy Woman who was just about to get out, got knocked to the infield, and now here she comes. Back on through. Out on the low.
Slaughterhouse pushing Abby Arsenic, trying hard to get her out of play. Getting some help on the offense from La Chancla, and they pushed him far enough out of play, and she is out now. Witchy Woman working the back of the pack there. Gets one more jammer, picking up two more extra points, and calls off the jam. 8 points for the Hot Shots on that jam. 214 to 44.
Got Captain Pikachu coming to the line to jam for Arizona.
That's Baby Anarchy coming to the line there for Tilted Thunder. I saw Lightning push Nova Kane out of play right there. Knocked the infield a little bit.
But we've got Baby Anarchy, who has made it out lead for TTRB. Pikachu is now out behind her for Arizona, chasing her down. Baby Anarchy trying to grab as many points as she can before she has to call that off.
Pikachu coming up really fast on that pack, so only had moments to try to score those points.
So far, all the jammers this morning have had some excellent instincts for when they should be calling off the jam and when they should be trying to hit those seams, trying to get points. The timing is crucial. We've got Milani Mangler on the jammer line for Arizona.
That's Hammond there for Tilted Thunder. Both of them working the back of the pack right now.
Hammond playing little bit of defense, pushing Milani Mangler towards the infield. Hammond getting knocked to the infield herself.
And Alan Islehacha taking her down to the infield.
Both jammers still struggling to get out of the pack, which means both teams are playing some great defense. But Milani Mangler finally makes it out for Arizona. Hammond nearly out on the inside there, but knocked to the infield by Abby Arsenic. Milani Mangler assisted by Alan Islehacha, and she's made it through for another pass. Hammond is held up by a couple of blockers for Arizona in the front there.
And that's going to be that for that jam. That might be it for the third quarter here. 214 to 46, Arizona leading Tilted Thunder. And this is just amazing skating to watch. I mean, you see these people pressing high and then going low and pressing high and pressing low and back and forth. I mean, these are the best skaters both of these leagues have to offer, and it's amazing to watch.
I agree with you completely. I think it's been really exciting over the last several years to see all of the leagues just increasing their athleticism, increasing their strategy and awareness. I've also seen several of the leagues who compete in this tournament who actually observe different rule sets in their home leagues, who are really up and coming with being able to navigate several rule sets. There's just some amazing things going on with all of the leagues who are in attendance today. Really quite an amazing turnout.
And given that also some of these skaters are flat track and bank track
skaters.
Oh my
God, absolutely.
Having all that in your head trying to go around, but just the dedication
just
and
incredible.
A passion for the sport. It's always fun to watch.
Yes. Yeah. We're just a couple of big nerdy derby fans up here if you haven't noticed.
Best bang for your buck. I mean,
absolutely.
You see NBA players and they're like, oh, my leg hurts. Yeah.
In derby, they're like, rub some dirt in it.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to skate the next jam, right?
Yeah. Yes, you are. The answer to that is yes, you're going to jam, too.
That's right. You're gonna oh, yeah, you're in charge. Still got about 3.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. We'll tell you about our recruitment for the regulators. You know, if you're interested in being a part of the roller derby community and hitting people isn't your thing, our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to join, to learn our rule set, as we were just talking about, and help keep our ladies on the track safe. Our regulator team accepts all gender types and there are various levels of officiating that go on during roller derby bouts. Come be a part of the action and help our league grow. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved.
So while we're talking about recruitment for the regulators, just want to give a shout out to all of the referees who are going to be here this weekend, who are volunteering their time, some of whom flew in. Just absolutely, we are so grateful to you. Thank you for all of your time spent, all of your effort, all of your knowledge of the rules. Really appreciate you all.
And for a sport or a hobby where you have to pay to participate. And the regulators, they're out there, they're paying their own way and traveling here and getting it done. And we really appreciate that because we wouldn't have the game without them.
That's absolutely true. I find myself thinking over and over that the referees in this sport, honestly, many of them have to be as good skaters as the skaters on the track because they have to move out of the way if a skater comes flying at them. Sometimes they're getting injured here and there, you know, stuff happens. And, you know, the refs are always here, always ready to give their time, always dedicated, always calm, always unbiased. Just really stellar individuals.
That's right.
We're very fortunate to have all of you. Thank you.
I did hear somebody clapping for the refs, so good job.
We can clap for the refs.
Woo,
yeah, refs.
There we go. Look at that.
While we're at it, giving some gratitude out to the refs, there are lots of skaters who are going to be here this weekend who are not only skating in bouts, but are also helping keep things organized, keep things running. And so people are taking on multiple roles this weekend. And all of you who are doing that for your home teams or for, you know, a team who's traveled here, all of you, really appreciate you. We see you. Thank you very much for all your hard work.
All right, about a minute left in this final break here. One more quarter of derby action here for Seattle versus Phoenix. Tilted Thunder versus Arizona Derby Dames.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm glad we could get the skaters from TTRB over here this weekend so we can get them away from some of the crazy snow in Seattle that's been going on.
The weather is insane.
I hear it's been insane over there, so big welcome to Arizona, y'all. Glad you could be here for the weekend, get away from all that crazy snow. Unless you're enjoying it, in which case, you know, mail some to me because I like snow.
All right. Couple penalties picked up at the end of that last quarter. Arizona is sitting 2 blockers right now.
Getting ready to start the 4th quarter of this TTRB AZDD game. We've got Dolly Spartan on the jammer line for Arizona.
And that's Baby Anarchy there for Tilted Thunder. Slow pack starting off. Dolly Spartan trying the high side. And she's able to get out on the high side there. That thin pack, 2 blockers for each team.
Yeah, absolutely. Baby Anarchy is able to sneak out, so she is coming up. And Dolly Spartan's been hit out to the infield. Dolly Spartan getting back up on the track, but at this point her lead jammer status has been stolen by Baby Anarchy, with Dolly Spartan stealing it back after Baby Anarchy is hit to the infield.
Multiple jam changes on this one. Lead jammer changing 3 times so far, and it just picked up a 4th one.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure who's lead jammer at this point.
Both of them glad to call it off
yeah,
at this point.
Thankfully the jammers had that awareness. We've got Anakin Shit Talker coming to the line for Arizona. And number 5'1" Slaughterhouse for TTRB, your captain for TTRB, coming to the jammer line. I just realized both the jammers out there have a 5'1" in their number, so.
Oh wow, look at that.
Refs, make sure you're keeping an eye on that.
That's right.
And
Slaughterhouse getting
Anakin
knocked to the infield there by Alan I'll hate ya.
Anakin Shit Talker out lead for Arizona. And Slaughterhouse makes it out. Anakin Shit Talker knocked hard to the infield.
And she calls off the jam just as she gets to the front of the pack. And Slaughterhouse comes up on the back of the pack. Didn't want to yield any points to Tilted Thunder.
Got a couple.
Wow.
We've got 2 jammers who ran into each other and are having a giggle fit now, which is, I'm just giggling over here because that's adorable. Skid Vicious is on the jammer line for Arizona with what looks like a power jam for Arizona.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse picking up a cutting penalty there. Going to have the referees talk it over, though, for a second.
Official timeout. Well, I don't know about you guys, but after this bout, I'm going to go get some coffee from Copper Star Coffee because I need a bit more caffeine, and they have some excellent chai tea as well, and they brought an espresso machine, so if you're looking for an espresso-based beverage, they can hook you up. If you're still looking for a caffeine fix, you don't need to go anywhere. We've got Copper Star Coffee in the house.
And we'll be here open right on time tomorrow when everybody gets here at the doors open at 8 a.m. So if you need coffee tomorrow morning, we'll be here for that, too. Thank you, Kenya. Well, I'm going to find some lunch after this. I'm probably going to head over to the Off the Hook Taco Truck. It's a locally owned and operated taco truck serving Southern California Baja-inspired cuisine. Visit them outside for some delicious food. They've also got a little bit of breakfast. I think they might be finishing their breakfast service right now, though. They've also got some vegetarian options. They're fried artichoke tacos.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Amazing. Oh
I am pescatarian, so I always get their fish options, which are
Oh,
fantastic. But
right.
I love artichokes, so I might actually check that out at some point this weekend. We've been, we as a league have been good friends with this food truck for a while. They've been coming to all of our bouts. They're always here. They're super dedicated, and their food is delicious. So definitely support them this weekend.
Right.
And support your stomach by putting delicious food in it.
That's right.
All right, we got Skid Vicious coming to the line to jam this power jam for Arizona.
So Tilted Thunder is down a jammer and a blocker, so there's 3 blockers out there wearing red.
And Skid going high, going low, going high, going low, and making it out of the pack. Zooming back around.
Hammond able to find her way out of the back of the pack, and she's able to get up front. So now Seattle trying to set up a wall.
Skid knocking right between those 2 blockers. We've got Arizona holding a goat in the back. They are attempting to split the pack. And Skid is able to get right on by. Got a slow pack now with TTRB trying to set up a wall, with La Chancla knocking Skid off to the infield. Skid's right back up. Being held back by a couple of TTRB blockers in the front who eventually have to let her go. And that's the end of the power jam for Arizona. Currently we got 50 points TTRB with 200 and updated score of 244 for Arizona. Holly Hood on the jammer line for Arizona.
Legs get 'em coming to the line for Tilted Thunder.
And Legs sees that opening on the inside and takes it, and so she is now chasing Holly Hood down. Holly Hood being your current lead jammer for Arizona. Legs get 'em is running after her, but Holly Hood is real fast. Holly Hood gets her points and calls it, which is a good life choice because Legs get 'em is real fast too.
Picking off those last 2 blockers at the back of the pack and calling it off. Baby Anarchy coming back to the line for Tilted Thunder.
And Dolly Spartan for Arizona. Got Baby Anarchy knocked hard to the infield. She has to reset behind a 3-wall of Arizona blockers. Dolly Spartan's out lead.
She was trying real hard to hang on to that low and just rolled off into the infield. Here comes Dolly Spartan on the back of the pack, going to start navigating her way through.
Blockers from TTRB are out of play and have to let Dolly Spartan out on her scoring pass. We've got Baby Anarchy still fighting with the strong defensive wall in the back from Arizona. Baby Anarchy beginning to play some defense with her blockers as well.
That's Amelia Bearhart, the goat at the back of the pack here, being held by Bob Villain, Lightning,
and Dolly's making it out on another scoring pass and calls the jam off.
Still about 9 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Sounds like there's actually a jammer penalty on Dolly Spartan from Arizona. She's sitting for an arms penalty. So we actually have a power jam for TTRB.
Elaphobia is going to skate that for them, yeah. Chance for Tilted Thunder to put some points on the board.
I kind of liked how we announced that name at the same time.
Right?
I think we should make that a thing.
That's right.
It's our thing.
Power jam. Brought to you
Power
by-
jam. All right, Elaphobia following her offense and sneaks right out of there.
Arizona trying to speed that pack up, gets their goat out.
We see some effective application of what's called the accordion drill, with Arizona trying to run out as fast as they can and TTRB trying to stay in the back and then running forward to play offense for their jammer. Got Novocaine playing some offense and then letting Elaphobia push those blockers. Elaphobia knocked to the infield by Milani Mangler. It's a very good hit.
Novocaine able to disrupt that Arizona wall, but Milani Mangler
Recycled right to the front.
He knocked Elaphobia to the infield.
Yeah, that was some excellent timing.
Got to start at the back of the pack again.
Good penalty kill by Arizona. We've got a blocker in the penalty box from each team. Got Nikki Badass coming to jam for Arizona.
Elaphobia passed about a dozen or so Arizona skaters, but it's only 5 points.
Yeah, it's too bad when when they keep recycling, you have to keep going back around them and back around them.
Nikki Badass knocked to the infield by Tara Hoedown.
Yeah, and Legs Get 'em is out lead for TTRB. She's coming around for a scoring pass.
Nikki able to dance through the field, get out on that low.
Legs Get 'em trying to get past some Arizona and calling the jam off.
Nikki Badass fast enough, though, able to skate through and pick up a couple points. She picked up 3 points. Tilted Thunder picking up 4 points on that.
We've got a really excited jammer up here for TTRB doing
So
some dances.
Amelia
I'm loving that.
Bearhart coming to the line.
Heck yeah, and Pretty Hurt Machine for Arizona.
And Pretty Hurt Machine able to get down on the low.
Number
Amelia
25, Amelia Bearhart for TTRB, quite aggressive. She gets hit to the rail by, I think that was Holly Hood, yep. And Amelia Bearhart playing some offense for herself.
Pushing Milani Mangler out of the way, yeah.
Finally gets right on through. Couple skaters taking a tumble. Think everyone's all right. They're slowly getting back to their feet. Lightning the Queen back on the line to jam for Arizona.
And Elaphobia coming to the line for Tilted Thunder here.
We had number 192 for Arizona getting a failure to reform, so Arizona will be sitting one blocker.
Elaphobia knocking Lightning to the infield on that pass. Both jammers not giving up, though. They're both trying the high, trying the low.
And
Elaphobia gets an assist from a teammate and gets out.
Yeah, Lightning the Queen almost had her way out, but she was knocked to the infield. She is now reset, and she is out. She's chasing Elaphobia down. Elaphobia coming around for her scoring pass. Calls it off before Lightning can catch up. Official timeout being called by the refs. Oh, just kidding. That looks like it's a timeout being called by TTRB.
Looks like their jammer might have picked up an arms penalty on that.
Just Just a bit of updated information on those seat cushions we were talking about earlier. I actually noticed a note that is on my my announcer notes here that tell me that it's actually $7 for a seat cushion. So that's pretty affordable to save your poor butt for the whole weekend, and you're sitting in bleachers the whole time. You know, go get yourself a seat cushion. Treat yourself.
That's right.
You're worth it. Waiting for the refs to sort everything out, make sure penalties are assigned properly.
And back to the action.
After a short breather, that is a timeout that allows each skater to take a breath. Now we're ready to go again. Looks like we do have a power jam for Arizona with Anakin Shit-Talkers skating for Arizona. Witchy Woman playing some good offense. Anakin trying to follow her through and makes it out on the low.
And here she comes on the back of the pack. Seattle trying to hold her, knocks her to the infield, but they get scattered in the process and they're out of play. So Anakin able to get back on the track and skate away.
Even though Anakin's a fairly new skater, she's still got that, she already has that awareness that, you know, when skaters are out of play, you don't need to honor their position. Anakin being knocked to the infield by Craven Cadavers. And again, those skaters are now out of play, so Anakin is able to get back on the track, come back around for another scoring pass.
Abby Arsenic trying to get some O going, get her jammer out. And that's the end of that jam. 12 points.
Looks like an effective power offense for Arizona and some strong defense being played by TTRB. Good job, everybody. Dolly Spartan about to jam for Arizona. I think that's Legs Get 'em.
Legs Get 'em?
I think so. Yes, it is.
It is Legs Get 'em. Oh, both jammers taken to the infield. Dolly Spartan able to get back up on the track first. Carne Slaughter trying to hold her at the rail at the last second, but Dolly Spartan able to skate away. She's your lead jammer now.
Legs Get 'em was right behind her and took a tumble, allowing the Arizona blockers to recycle ahead of her.
Skid Vicious taking Legs Get 'em to the infield now as Dolly Spartan hits the back of the pack, starts racking up her points, picks up the jammer point as Legs Get 'em follows her out of the pack.
It's a jammer race, but Dolly Spartan not giving it up, trying to come back around and see if she can get any more points. Being instructed by her coach to call the jam off, and she does so. See how those points stack up.
Here comes Elaphobia for Tilted Thunder.
Baby Anarchy picking up a cut track penalty from TTRB. We've got Milani Mangler coming to jam for Arizona. Elaphobia playing some defense right off the line. But Milani Mangler, ooh, nearly snuck on through. Got hit off to the infield, but that skater also came off, so Milani was able to get back on the track and start coming around for points.
Elaphobia stuck behind a wall of hot shots there, unable to get by, but they'll let their jammer through.
That's nice of them. Open that door up and be like, go ahead, Milani. Close that door again, be like, no, Ella, unfortunately, we cannot allow you to pass. Ooh, hard hit from number 5. That's Tara Hoedown for TTRB, keeping Milani Mangler from getting past their wall. Another hard hit by number 5, Tara Hoedown. And Elaphobia had just made it out of the pack, so Milani Mangler decided to call that off, and that ends that jam.
10 points for the hot shots on that jam. Here comes Slaughterhouse for Tilted Thunder.
And Nikki Badass from Arizona.
Slaughterhouse tries the low, but gets knocked to the infield by Lightning the Queen.
Nikki Badass out lead jammer.
Lightning and Nova Kane going at it again here.
And fun fact, Lightning and Nova is actually Lightning's mom. So they are out there on opposite teams, you know, fighting against each other.
Both of them skating for the Brides here in Arizona.
Yeah, and our home team, they actually skate together. So it's cute. It's all in the family.
Yeah, that's right. All in the family.
Nikki able to get out on a scoring pass.
And Slaughterhouse is able to get out of the pack there in turn 4. Nikki comes up on the back of the pack here in turn 4. And she's able to skate through with ease. Calls off the jam. Hot Shots picking up 14 points on that jam.
Currently, we got TTRB at 63 points with Arizona 310. Anakin's back on the line for Arizona.
And here comes Baby Anarchy for Tilted Thunder.
Ooh, Anakin being pulled down. It looks like we might have had a jammer penalty for Arizona. Wait for confirmation on that. Yes, looks like Nikki Badass is sitting in the box. So, oh, timeout being called by Arizona. Looks like Nikki Badass was called on a back block. We'll see if there's a further discussion on that, or if I think this is just a team timeout. So if you look around the warehouse, if you've seen the amazing team signs up on the wall over here, it's those are from Above and Beyond Pallet Creations. They take pallets, they give them a second life. For more information or to commission work, see Bobby Ross, the coach of the Schoolyard Scrappers, who you'll probably see around this weekend. You can also look up Above and Beyond Pallet Creations on Facebook. So we've got some beautiful work there. I know one of my teammates got some work of her own from Above and Beyond Pallet Creations. Absolutely beautiful. Make sure to look them up.
I've been thinking about your crazy face.
And we're getting back underway. Looks like we do have that power jam for TTRB with Baby Anarchy ready to jam for Seattle.
Baby Anarchy being held up by Holly Hood right there and Nikki Badass.
Got Abby, and I think that's Witchy
Abby
holding
Arson
Baby
calling up.
Anarchy.
She's battling though. Witchy
Ooh.
Woman's the last blocker to get by, trying to push her out of play, but Holly Hood and Pretty Hurt Machine able to recycle back in front of her.
Yes, Witchy Woman doing a good job keeping that jammer while Witchy was all by herself, and that allowed her fellow blockers to recycle up to her and then rebuild that wall. So now there's a very strong 4-wall for Arizona.
That's a hell of a wall.
It is just absolutely intimidating as a jammer to have to try and go up against a 4-wall. So TTRB is actually playing some effective offense, breaking that wall apart. And then we've got Arizona rebuilding.
That wall is some of the best players from 3 or 4 of Arizona's teams.
Yes. And a penalty kill by Arizona. Baby Anarchy was just working hard till the last whistle, and all of her teammates playing offense there, with Arizona just holding it down on the defense.
Seattle ready for one more jam, hoping that the penalties work out in their favor.
Oh, wow, this bout's almost over. That went by like way faster than I thought it would. We got a whole day of roller derby bouts ahead of us, though, folks, so. Woohoo! Yeah, I hear some cheers for that. Who's here for a whole day of roller derby? Let me hear ya. Woo, woo, woo! All right, looks like we've got another jam. Dolly Spartan jamming for Arizona.
And it's Hammond coming to the line for Tilted Thunder. Hammond able to get out on the high side, hit the high rail.
Dolly Spartan being held up by Elaphobia from TTRB with help from Craven Cadavers, and looks like Hawk blocked.
Hammond knocked to the infield by Smalls.
And Dolly Spartan makes it out on the low in turn 2. She is coming around, putting the pressure on Hammond.
Hammond tied up behind Bob Villan and Lightning the Queen. Gets back on the track.
She's instructed by her coach to call it off with Dolly Spartan coming back around. So that is the end of that jam. We'll see if we have any penalty jams. Looks like we've got a penalty for TTRB.
And that's the end of the game.
Got TTRB 67, Arizona 310. And the game goes to Arizona. Good job, everybody.
Get out there and say hi and say thank you and congratulate the winning team, the Hotshots there. A special hello to all the people watching on our web stream, including
What's up, web stream people?
Including one Amelia Darehart
Aww,
out there watching.
that's your
in the
daughter,
world.
isn't
That
it?
is.
Hey. Thanks for having me, y'all. That was a really fun first time announcing.
This was great, great game to watch too. You got the
Oh,
best seats in the house up here.
Oh, for sure we do.